we have the schedule. Let's start with the schedule. Bex on Twitter. Launching Path of Exile, the Synthesized next week. Time passes so quickly. I can't believe we are this close to our final news week. Monday in challenge rewards. Just can you also tell us what the challenges are, please? Thursday balance manifesto as usual. This is gonna be some good time, boys. Same with. Oof, this is gonna be a lot of carve time. These 2 days is gonna be a lot of carve time. 20 gems. And launch on Friday. Okay, yep. As usual. Hello Exile. What is this? Wait, is this... Yo, new Zana model? What is this? Is it like this is like a syndicate like a Atlas thing? Also, that looks like... Wait, is that the new Atlas? Yo, our current Atlas does not look like that, by the way, guys. I think this is some hidden cues of the next Atlas. By the way, when are we gonna get the new Atlas image? That circle make no sense. Wait, what circle? This one? Actually, wait. This is... No, wait. This is an old Atlas. This is... I think this is 3.4. This is actually a 3.4 Atlas, I think. Oh my god. It actually is. No fucking way. It's this one, right? If you look at this... 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is the old Atlas. No! No! It's an old Atlas. God damn it. What is this thing though? Oh god. New one on the floor. Oh god. I don't think it is. It's hard to say though, but I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out soon enough. I'm not sure if I like this new Zana look though. May I guess POD question? Give me a second. We're checking out all the POV news. Okay, what's up next? We have another synthesized item. What is this? Okay. Can you have this on every shield base? Because this on a spell like the ES based, it's like, what the fuck? Useless. I think your definition of useless is fucking useless. It's just my 2 cents. Damn, dude. That's nasty. Can you use this in any build to generate charges for weapon swapping? Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's crazy. If this can spawn on any shield base, that's fucking insane, dude. This on a titanium. Perma Frenzy, this is insane for bossing. There are a lot of builds that can generate proper frenzy charges on bossing. Okay, skill reveals. Actually, let's check this first. Here's a unique ring from Battle of Exile, the Synthesis. Circle of Nostalgia. Amethyst ring. Amethyst ring with an implicit mana regen. Wait, what? This is a synthesis base. I wonder if that means that this ring can spawn with all possible, like the synthetic implicits. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. That would be kind of cool. Also, I wonder if you have this for all of the other buffs as well. Like heralds. Attribute some chaos damage. This is, by the way, both attacks and spells. Chaos resist. The reduced mana reservation is pretty crazy. The buff effect isn't as insane, I think. Yeah. More chance to poison and minor damage. Yep. So this is like the buff that the herald gives to you, not the herald itself. This isn't increasing the damage of the herald. The reduced mana reservation is the big boy thing here. That's like the thing about this. And I mean, herald, like a buff effect on like Herald of Ice and Thunder is a decent amount of extra damage though. Assuming we have all of the other heralds as like in this unique as well. It could be. I really like this though, that's kind of cool. Okay, skill reveals Soulrend and Bane. Why is the implicit messed up? Yeah, it's probably a synthesized implicit. I would assume it probably has chance to be any of them, any of the possible synthesized implicits on the ring. Yo, what comes to my mind now is that, yeah, also we have a confirmation that synthesized item, so either if it's like if it's the item that has the broken mod, that can't be chanced into a unique, and the implicit bases cannot be chanced into uniques. Because they are different bases than the ones that you have the uniques from. I can't wait to see people spam chances on them and then just like bitch on Reddit when they used like 2000 chances and never made it into a unique. Okay, skill reveals, let's go. Let's go. With Battle of Exile, and that is, we'll be introducing 2 new chaos spells. Soulrend and Bane. Additionally, we're planning to improve the chaos spells style by changing some of its interactions and mechanics. Soulfire A Soulrend fires a projectile that weaves through enemies, turns towards targets in front of you. So we have a basically just a homing missile that targets our targets. Heat-seeking missiles. In front of the projectile, turns towards targets in front of the projectile and pierces through any enemy's hits. As the projectile travels, it applies a damage over time effect in a medium-sized radius to enemies. Okay, the damage over time effect is very potent, but only lasts a short duration. Better that than last a year and deals no damage. When enemies are hit by the projectile, they'll take a small amount of chaos damage and grant a large amount of energy shield leech. Oh, that's interesting. Built-in energy like leech. We have ED with region, but that's pretty interesting. Small amount. Yeah, 4% is small amount. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Although Soulrend is designed to work on its own for most okay, one thing I don't like about that, and that it's specific to energy shield. That's the only thing I'm kind of like, eh. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But again, then we don't know like how much the hits actually do because it is from the hit, right? We don't really know the damage values of the hit itself. So if the hit doesn't do anything, then you know. Then again, it's probably easy enough to scale the hit damage. So like if you're just scaling chaos damage, I mean you're probably scaling damage over time, which then doesn't affect the hit. So yeah, I guess yeah, it just depends on the numbers. It's regardless, it's still pretty nice. And you can probably, I think it's just global leech from the spell. So if you apply any elemental damage to this spell, like the hit portion of the spell, you can probably leech from it. So yeah, I think that's just. I mean, now I basically have two ways of scaling. Like you just scale the dot or scale the hit and get the leech from the skill itself, which is kind of cool. Gonna be interesting to see if people are actually gonna go for like Ellie stacking Soulrend just to get a free leech from it. Although Soulrend is designed to work on its own for most encounters, it also works well alongside Essence Drain to combine their significant damage over time effects while restoring both energy shield and life. Yeah, because ED has life regen. On that note, Essence Drain now applies its damage over time effect in a small area on impact. Now that's a pretty good buff. This should make it easier to apply damage over time effects to a specific target if there are other targets. Yeah. That's pretty fucking good. That's a good change. Bane is a new skill that instantly applies a damage over time effect in an area. So basically like whatever the contagion, yeah. It also applies your linked curses to enemies up to your curse limit. The damage over time deals more damage for each curse Bane applies. Up to 47% more damage at level 20 of the gem. Wait, is this per curse? Is this 47% more for each curse? Bane is a new skill that instantly applies the damage every time, affecting large area. It also applies your linked curse to enemies up to your curse limit. The damage every time deals more damage for each curse Bane applies, up to 47% more damage at level 20 of the gem. Well, at least it's not a hit, so you can't like scale hit damage with it. The effect has 50% increase the rest for each curse Bane applies. I really hope that would also have curse effect, but I guess the massive damage potential, assuming that the base damage is high enough, and I also wonder how large the area is. Like they are saying large, is it gonna be like full screen? Per curse, but I would assume it's 45 plus 47 plus 47. It shouldn't be. If the curse is it's like own link of a multiplier, which is for every single other multiplier in the game, like a skill gem support. That's a pretty hefty amount. Just remember, we need to like see how much the damage is, like the base damage value. That's gonna matter a lot. That's interesting. Might actually see people using self-cast curses. Bane has the curse skill type, letting some modifiers on the passive tree like skill effect duration of curse skills, area, cast speed. Yeah, nice. These passive tree stats have been updated to match this behavior. Okay. To further our efforts to improve chaos skills, we've also changed the Blight threshold jewel. Ooh. Previously, the spreading rod jewel caused enemies affected by Blight hinder to take 50% increased chaos damage. This damage bonus was significant enough that we had to balance chaos skills around using Blight and spreading rod. Yeah. We have changed this threshold jewel to instead cause each pulse of Blight to also apply Wither for 2 seconds per jewel. This lets Blight easily... we've changed this threshold jewel to instead cause each pulse of Blight to also apply Wither for 2 seconds per jewel. This lets Blight easily apply a damage bonus that can be accessed by chaos characters by other sources if they don't happen to want to use Blight. As a result, we've been able to push the damage of chaos skills higher than before. Okay, I really like that they're removing the quote-unquote mandatory Blight plus spreading rot for chaos dot builds. I think that's a good change. So basically, you're just gonna get Wither and Hinder with the jewel, which is kind of nice. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I like that change, honestly. I really hope... I mean, knowing GDG from the previous patches, when they're buffing some damage of some skill, they are buffing the damage of the skills. Just look at the fucking gold dot builds. People are very excited to see what kind of chaos the community creates. Haha. Pun totally intended. With their builds as they slay their way across our regla. Man, it looks so nice. But there's like one curse. No, 2. Oh god, the AoE looks so bad. I mean, I guess it's applying multiple curses, but this definitely doesn't look like a good way to apply a lot of curses in general if you don't want to use them to do damage. Okay, anything else we have? Have I missed any other news? I mean, I'm gonna check the GGG tracker, obviously, but... Oh, there's like div cards, right? There's probably like div cards. Oh shit. Hey Garatha. Thanks for the host. I'm just going over the news. The news. Wait. I have not seen this. Or this, I think? Oh my god. Really? Oh god. Okay, so we have a div card for a mirror shard. So we have a shard for a shard now for mirror. I like the name, 7 years of bad luck. If enough people believe something to be true, whether in it becomes irrelevant, yeah. This sounds like something that Dominus would say. This sounds like something fucking Dominus would say. I mean, that's like, okay, it's just like, how much is a mirror shard? Like, how much is a mirror? Like 200 and something exalts? This is basically like an exalt card still. Like one worth like an exalt, I think, right? Obviously it depends a bit, but next up. Yo, Beachhead? This better fucking drop from somewhere else than just fucking Harby mobs. That's pretty pog. All of the Grandmasters. Oh god, yeah. Maybe. Hopefully not. Oh god, there's so many. Wait, I want to check the mark first. This Mark has been commenting. Okay, let's see what Mark has been talking. Let's go there first. Wait, what is this? Oh, I have not seen this. Mask of the Tribunal. Attributes, armor, yes. Nearby allies have 4% increased defenses per 100 strength you have. So wait, if you have 1k strength, they're gonna have 40% ES? Nearby allies have 7% crit multi per 100 dex. That's potentially a lot of crit multiplier. Nearby allies have a 2% cast speed per 100 ints. Wait, 1% reduced mana reserve per 250 total attributes. That's interesting. That's pretty interesting, actually. I can see people building around this. It's kind of cool. That's a really cool item. I don't wanna dig into too deep on the balance of this item because it sounds very weird, but that is. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't use this on a Mana Guardian. You don't use this on a Mana Guardian. You use this on like an Ascendant. But as a concept, that is fucking. That's really interesting. It's a really cool item. I actually really like that item. Totems are considered like technical change. Little nitpick, their stats are yours, not use yours. This is not true, as Mark says. Totem has its own stats, which are not your stats. Your totems use your skills and not their own skills, and your skills inherently are affected by your stats, not the totem stats. Isn't that amazing fucking sentence? The totems has its own stats, which are not your stats. Your totems use your skills, not their own skills. And your skills inherently are affected by your stats, not the totem stats. If you wear this helm, the totem will gain the benefits of the auras, which will apply to its stats. This will have no effect on the skills the totem uses because those are your skills, which work from your stats, and your stats aren't changed. This here is why you can't use generosity on offensive auras to boost totems. You can do this on defensive defensive auras though. The increased defense from strength will be useful because the totem stats are used when it's hit. But the other two would, I mean, we can argue if you can say it's useful or technically giving it bonuses. I think the word useful, we might have different thresholds for this one, but yeah. Because the totem's stats are used when it's hit, but the other two would only be useful if the totem had a skill of its own that wasn't your skill, and the scales from your totem stats instead of yours. There is currently no way to do this. So dumb question, does that mean that the Holy Flame Totem, for example, will get all benefits since it's casting no skill? God damn it, he literally just says here that the totems use your skills. That is not true. Holy Flame Totem is also using your skill, just like other totem. It's just in that case, the skill comes with the totemification. That's a nice word. Totemification. How do you say it? Totemification. Totemification. Is that how you say it? That's a fucking weird word to say. Holy shit. Rather need to report. I like this though. So okay. Next up we have. Let's check the Chris first before Bex. GDG aren't the only ones using algorithm. Oh, what is this? Oh. I think I actually saw this post before the GGG comment on this. It's pretty hilarious. Guys, read it. Go to POE Reddit and GGG aren't the only ones. It's probably pretty high up there still. Okay. Where's Chris? When generating these synthesized lines, it's always necessary to cherry pick the funny ones, but the random ones. Yep. It's always necessary to cherry pick the funny ones out of the random nonsense genres, but takes a lot of restraint to not modify. You saying you don't modify them? Tinfoil have time. I think you're modifying them to make them more funny. And I don't blame you. The real question is whether we have implemented one because it was too good an idea. That is a good point. That is a very good point. Yeah, Zerger, Berserker Essence has been needed the herbalism. I like this. Okay, now we go to Bex's comments, I think. Let's see what Bex has for us. Looks like I've gone all the threads, so this is like the 2 links. Okay, let's see what is this. Okay. That's a lot of internet points right there. I don't know how this guy's gonna live with all of these internet points. There aren't really work-off days when you're working with a contract in the top of a company. You must always be ready, but don't always need to be there. There's slower times of the year and blah, 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 blah. Like when there's no number for 2 months, and then new league comes and bam, she works like a method bit. I don't get that reference. Don't misunderstand me. She's doing a great job, but posting a weekend is also part of it. If it's not extra on her private time. No, like channel summon the wrath of the White Knights. It's sad that Bex answers to this while many people ask her very credibly questions when she posts leaking. Coming from a little regardment for my role that I can be called. It's very rare that Chris would ask me to work on a weekend, and even then it would be completely acceptable for me to say no. He has never asked me to post on the vegan outside of a lounge region. I post vegan t-shirts because I enjoy this part of my job very much and know how much anguish it causes when I keep waiting. The only reasons I wouldn't post vegan t-shirts if there were none available or because I felt essential for my well-being to have a full weekend break. So now the question is, do we put in a tinfoil hat and assume that this is Chris holding a gun next to Bex's head to make this, or is this Bex being genuine, right? Now that's the real question, okay? I want this guy to question the legitimacy of this post. And then I wanna see him go from minus 136 to minus 1,360. Long story short, Bex is Chris is Bex. Have you seen them in a room at the same time? I bet you haven't. Promise, I don't want to burn out and be useless to you later. If taking time off now means I will work better later, I usually follow that as a rule. This is why I generally don't promise weekend seasons, so I don't think weekend off. I need to. What if Bex is Chris's alt account? What if Chris is Bex's alt account? And Bex has actually taken over after Chris sold like his shares to Tencent. He just like, you know, vanished. He just like, I'm leaving. I'm gonna retire. And then Bex is actually in lead and playing both roles now. there's many things. There's many things here. Okay, we got those. What is this? Bex is Tencent. You mean Bexent? What if Bex and Grizz are both made up? Oh shit. Maybe. Okay, okay, good shit. The usual good shit. Bex bought Tencent. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I have missed anything. According to GDT Tracker, I feel like I've gone through everything. Oh yeah, I guess I should quickly go over. I think I already mentioned them properly, but we have a confirmation. If somebody has a link for the thread, we have a confirmation that you cannot chance the synthesized items. It's probably somewhere here on the first page. Yeah, there. Here we go. So we were thinking if you can chance the synthesized item bases, and here in front of base are correct. Sometimes it wouldn't remember. Yeah. And then here you ask about chancing. You won't be able to chance synthesized base items. The power creep just wasn't ready enough for this. Maybe next league. I think that's a good thing actually. That we can't get them. Because in a lot of cases this would literally just be like an instant upgrade from any other unique. So if you wanted to min-max every single unique would have to be first made into synthesized that can be made into like the uniques that can be made with a chance orb, you would have to make them into synthesis base items and then chance them. And item with fracture mobs can't become normal, so you won't be able to chance them. This also means that you can't alch them, you can only chaos or alt them. Okay. Yep. Very cool. I'm getting more and more hyped. Oh wait, we literally just got a news. Preview of the updated soundtrack in Battle of Exile Synthesis. Time to get this video muted and copyright striked, right? Because that's what people do in YouTube, even if they don't actually own it. Okay. Can you go here? Good. Yes, I saw the Zana picture. In Battle of Exile Synthesis, we're remastering the existing soundtrack of several in-game areas, and all. I wonder if the Act 2, like the town music, is gonna be made so that when you make a playthrough or something like that and put it on YouTube, you don't get fucking. There's like you get claimed if you have like the background music of Act 2 town. In-game areas are also new music. Our composer Camille is continuing. It's not like a copyright strike. It's just like flag, and you don't get the revenue of that video. It's continuing to create a cohesive Battle of Exile soundtrack, and today we're happy to share a preview. Let's go. Oh wait, let's read it. On a side note, we know that many of you would like to be able to change the music in your hideouts. We are keen to introduce this functionality in the future and have some plans for how we work it. Wait. Is this referring to that we can change the music to something we actually want? Or something out of the game's soundtrack? Because imagine going into Cute Dog's hideout to trade, and you just get like fucking ass blasted with Gachi. Imagine if that was a thing. Okay. Oh god, 5 minutes. Rachino, yeah. I mean, you know what would be the actual... You know what would be the... Get that. We would have Ricardo Flick all over in every single streamer hideout. Kind of spooky, dude. That's really good. I'm ready to go kill the scorpion now. I really like this. How to make boss fight viable? Just put some good music in there, yeah. Yeah, I know Stormguard, it will never happen. It was just a joke. I understand why it's not adding new music in part 2. You know what we need in part 2? The actual characters to have voice lines. By the way. That would be cool. I don't know why, but I'm getting Prince of Persia vibes from this. Lord of the Rings, yeah. I feel like this music is way too epic for this area though. Is it Merville singing to us? That's Merville's love song for Daresso. Spoopy piano at the end. Damn. There's some good ass shit in there. I like it. I like it. Waiting for more.